LeBron James had a huge night for the Lakers against New Orleans. He went for 40. Zion Williamson went for 29. The Lakers won the game by the count of 118-109. And what makes these guys so special?
Their athleticism. They are complete. We've never seen human beings move like them on the basketball floor, John. I mean, they're at their size. And this guy's 285 pounds, and he outjumps a 7-footer in Dwight Howard, and he's just all over the place.
How would you compare Zion to LeBron?
Well, he's not as skilled, but he's more athletic. He really is. I never thought I'd ever say that. I played with LeBron. He was the most athletic guy, right, John, that I've ever seen play. But he is absolutely a higher jumping, more athletic LeBron James, but he's not as skilled. He can't shoot the same.
I just think the way that they both handled their expectations coming into the league, coming in with so much hoopla and so much expectation put on them, and they both exceeded it and met all those expectations. LeBron is always going to be the best player in the game, and he's giving this praise to these young guys, so that's awesome too.
Yeah, LeBron on Zion, the kid's special in today's game. Was a track race. It's fast-paced, high-tempo. It fits the game perfectly, and the way that they play fits his game perfectly because the first 8 seconds are trying to score and score and score, but the kid is special, and they've got a good one in him. You know what's amazing is how it has worked out, Michelle, because we were on the air when Zion played his first game. And at the half of that first game, everyone was worried about his conditioning and his weight.
And now he's being called one of the most athletic. You're comparing him, say he's even more athletic than LeBron James.
I don't know if he would be better if he lost weight, but his present condition where he is now has not hurt his play at all.
No, he's learning maybe to play with his body size and how his body needs to adapt to the NBA and how he can adapt his current shape to the NBA. One thing that really impressed me about him was an article I saw by Chris Haynes today that Zion, and I wanted to ask you guys this because Zion gifted all of his teammates Mardi Gras themed Beats by Dre. They were like Mardi Gras colors. They had their names and their numbers in each one of them. He's a rookie doing that. You know, if you're a veteran, what's your impression of that if you're on that team and the rookie on that team is doing that for
He's
you?
not trying to be bigger than the team. He's trying to be one of the guys, and that's a very nice gesture as a rookie to come in and do that. That's something that mostly the seasoned vets do. You know, the guys that have been there for a long time to try to get you familiar and comfortable with everything. So the fact that he's a rookie doing that says a lot about him.
Maybe he got that from LeBron, because LeBron did the same thing when I was with him in Cleveland. He got us a pair of Beats by Dre.
You still got them?
So
I do.
That's what makes them both
They're
special.
awesome.
It's this leadership.
Yeah, he knows he gets a lot of attention, no question, but he also wants to know that this is a team and it's all about us and it's not about me. That's a big-time gesture by a young fellow.
All right. The consensus, obviously, at this point is that the Western Conference is going to come down to either LeBron and the Lakers or Kawhi Leonard and company with the Clippers. But the Houston owner says no one fears the Lakers and no one fears the Clippers. I don't know if that is, in fact, the truth, but here's the quote. None of us fear LA or the Clippers or Denver like we feared Golden State. It's not like how we were scared of them. We could easily win the West this year or get knocked out in the first round. Both LA teams, Denver, Houston, were all excellent. Just comes down to somebody gets hot and makes a shot. Our chances are as good as they've ever been. But, John, can the Rockets win when it counts, not playing anyone over 6'7", because that's what they're doing right now with
Wally
small ball.
seems to think they can. I just don't buy that they can win a title with that lineup being that small. Obviously, Westbrook and Harden are both dynamic players, and they're a matchup nightmare for anyone. But I think with not having some type of interior defense, rebounding when it's come down the stretch, when the game is slowed down in the playoffs, when it's possession by possession, when you really come down to a methodical pace, I think that small ball is going to suffer a little bit, especially with the teams that have big men that can exploit the smaller matchups.
First of all, I love what the owner said. It's so true. I mean, I don't fear any team like I would have feared Golden State. I mean, Golden State was just on another level. It's just all going to come down to Russell Westbrook and James Harden. I mean,
who don't have the best track record.
Can we stop making excuses for these two for choking in the playoffs? I mean, that's basically
Call
what they've
it
done.
what it is.
That's what they've done for the
Wally.
last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
They don't play well in the playoffs, and we're trying to make excuses. Small ball, big ball, it's Capella, we can't guard the pick and roll. Those guys disappear in key games. If they step up, and now the Rockets organization is doing everything to say, here, we'll take the big guy out of the way so you can drive to the basket whenever you want. They're doing everything to set their guys up for success, and they're showing moxie as an ownership. I love what they're doing. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, let's go. We're doing everything to make you be successful.
I love what Westbrook has changed his game. He stopped shooting all those threes. He's attacking the basket.
Because he can't make them.
But, in this analytic world that everyone's into, analytics, he was felt compelled to keep shooting threes. He's not a good three-point shooter, but he's a great mid-range shooter, and he's a great driver, and he's playing to his strengths, and D'Antoni's letting him play to his strengths, and everyone else playing to shooting their threes, but he's actually attacking the basket, playing to his strengths, and I think he's kudos to him for changing his game.
And by spreading out the defense, when he does drive, it gives
Yes.
opportunities for him to drive and dish when the defense collapses.
He's got 4 shooters around him.
That's why I like the small ball.
Yeah, I agree.
And nowadays, if you have guys that'll compete in the post, I know you didn't mind banging in the post with 7-footers, and I didn't mind it either because, you know, we have a strong base, so you can kind of get under their skin. I used to hate posting up against the small guards because they get under your legs, they bother you, they're under
lower center of gravity.
Yeah, sometimes those bigger guys, you just take one step, you get a little bit of space, you can get around them or get your shot up. I think it's a creative move, and it's setting up a lot for Russell Westbrook and Harden to be successful.
Are you telling everybody that you actually did some good things on defense? Is that?
Yes. I prefer not chasing guys around pick and rolls and chasing guys around screens and getting pinballed around. That's what Houston wants to avoid. They don't want their guys running the screens and having to guard the hardest play to guard in basketball, which is the pick and roll.
Yes, it is.
Now they can switch everything.
Yep.
That's smart. That's a very revolutionary idea.